Hello, Dale Myers with Vision Advance. This video is about how to jumpstart your move into the top 1 to 3% of successful people. And so this isn't just for the person that hasn't had any that much success in their life that's starting over. They could certainly use that, but this is also for guys who are sort of like me. I was fairly accomplished and had done a few things in the corporate world. Then I went into education, had done lots of things in that arena, and had also been an entrepreneur. Yet I knew that I hadn't reached some real targets, and that sent me on a quest to better myself. And along the way, I figured out the smart thing to do would be to emulate success. And I began to explore what are the top 1 to 3% doing that I'm not doing. And we touched on this in the last video about the real reason we hadn't been successful. And I'll put a link in the description down below to that video. But ultimately, it's about having clear goals, how to move into that top 1 to 3%. They all have a clearly defined set of written goals. And we already touched on that, and we're going to do a whole series on goal setting. But today, what I want to touch on is let's focus. How do we focus, and what does that look like? And why do we want to talk about focus? Well, I remember reading about the Bill Gates and his father were at a dinner function with Warren Buffett, billionaires everywhere, right? And someone came up and asked them, say, "Hey, if there was one thing you could say to someone, what would be the key way to sort of copy what it is you guys have done? What would it be?" And they all paused, looked at each other, and pretty much simultaneously said, "Focus." You go talk to any business coach worth their salt, they will tell you that focus is the key. So the purpose of this video is, well, what are the things that I would focus on if I could only do, if I only had a limited time, and we all do. What are the key things to focus on? So if you're an entrepreneur, you're a leader in some other setting, in a corporate setting, or you're aspiring to be a leader in a corporate setting, you should identify the one key skill that will propel you forward and focus on acquiring that one key skill. If you're already a manager or some supervisor, what is the one key metric that if you get this one right, it'll drive all of the others within your business? Focus on those things first, and do those things and only those things until you get it done. We've been told that we need to be multitaskers. That's sort of true, but the real deal is complete tasks. Success is really completing tasks. So get up in the morning. So they'll tell you, hey, get up every morning, start your day bright and early. Yes, but don't do a whole random list of 40 things. Focus on the one key driver of your success. Get that one done so that you know once all these other little things start snowballing on you, you've done something humongous that day. You'll feel so much better, so much energized. So again, focus for a leader. Focus on the key objectives, the key skills that will drive you forward. Entrepreneurs, we do the same thing, but we have a little bit more we need to add on to it. I'm not the guy that's going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you this thing is easy. As an entrepreneur, you have to do what I just told the leaders to do. You got to also do something else. Your key success as an entrepreneur, long-term success, will depend on developing an excellent product or service. Sure, you can try to get rich quick and market some crap if you want to, and that'll get you some initial money. But over time, your customers will talk and you'll be out of business. So develop an excellent product or service. Focus on product and service, developing a outstanding product or service. Not perfect, but excellent. The second thing I would do is, we already talked about it. I said go out there and talk to your customers, right? Well, marketing, that's what marketing is. Finding out the people that are interested in your product or service. Talk to them. They're going to give you feedback. They're going to tell you what they like about it, what they don't like, what's something that they're not really getting any value from, and something that they would like to see you offer. If you do that, you're almost all the way there, because now the final point for an entrepreneur is selling. See, if your customers, if you've been talking to them all along, then when you say, hey, I've tweaked this thing, I've built it, I think you would really like it. It's not, it is selling, but it's not the slime ball selling, the whole stereotypical used car salesman thing. You don't feel like that at all. You feel like, hey, I'm helping these people who have a real problem and I'm solving the problem in their life. And they appreciate me for solving that problem. It's a totally different experience. So, again, for an entrepreneur, 3 things to focus on: product development. That includes talking to your customers to help you develop that excellent product or service. And thirdly, selling to that, selling that product or service to them. Um, so again, this is about focus. What can you do to get into the top 1 and 3% of successful people? Focus your efforts. Get off of Facebook. Now that you've watched this, stop right now. Shut the video down. Well, hold on. After you give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and share it with your friends. Get pencil and paper, write down the key goals, your key objectives. If you're an entrepreneur, get out there, talk to some customers, get feedback, and I guarantee you within the next year, your life will begin to explode. It's happening for me. For me, it's not about money, but I will make more money this year than I've ever made in my life. Again, it's so not about money, but it is about the flexibility that comes along with that. So again, my name is Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Please like the video, subscribe, and I will include links to the previous videos there. We'll talk again soon. Take care.